Hi guys, welcome to Horror Soup Podcast. What's good? What's poppin'? I'm just kidding. Hi, welcome.
This is actually Ski Soup. We're actually only covering ski movies today. We're talking about
Only skis.
yeah, we're talking about Aspen Extreme today. It's this movie where they go to Aspen and it does get really extreme and like some dude like does some crazy tricks. You know, they're really good ski dudes.
Yeah,
But then one of them has a downfall and it goes really bad, and then the other dude has to pick up the pieces.
and it's a ski movie.
Yeah, and there's always a business guy. They're always trying to take over the ski slopes, and it's just
It's
really
just crazy. I don't know.
You don't want all that, and that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah,
That's actually really what I wish we were talking about today.
and I know.
I'm so disappointed.
I'm playing into your fantasy, but it's not happening today.
I'm so disappointed with what we're actually going to talk about because
What do you mean? This movie is so good. Like
we-
every other movie.
can we not like play into this today? Can we just be serious? Because
Alright.
I hate this movie.
Oh, sorry.
I hate
Papa.
this movie. This might actually be the worst movie I've ever seen
But it
in
had
my life.
so much potential, Caleb. It had so much potential.
You want to elaborate?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a movie,
Yeah.
and it was good in the
N-
beginning, and then
no,
it was bad.
no.
And then it was
n-
bad.
It was not good in the beginning.
Yes, it was. In the beginning, I was like kind of hooked. I was like, okay, uh-huh.
What
Wait, how long is this movie? Oh, it's almost over? Okay, I'll give it a chance. Okay. Nothing. So it was almost good. I was kind of hooked.
What exactly was good or had you hooked at all?
I don't know. The dad was he was kind of cool.
I really hated that guy because he was like,
You did not hate him.
dude, he was like trying to be like, it was actually so weird because now that I think about it, I was going to say that he was like being like a country dude, but now that I think about it, he was only being a country dude for the first like 5 minutes of the movie, and then it's like he forgot that he was supposed to be
Boy, I love you.
I'm saying though, like he was supposed to be that, and I feel like he dropped it after like 5 minutes. Do you remember that? Am I going
I agree.
crazy?
No, I agree. But
He
there
was trying to
something-
be country in the beginning, right?
There was something about him.
No, dude, and I was so pissed in the beginning because I was like, he's
Something.
trying to be country, but he doesn't have the mustache, but he looks like he should have the mustache, but then he stopped being country,
But
so I
he
guess
was
that makes
such
sense.
a good dad. You know, like he was like normally dads in a horror movie.
I was just gonna say, are we watching a fucking horror movie or are we watching a compelling story about this dad?
I don't
Because
know, man.
you're over here
that
defending like
dad.
this dad's story, and I don't give a fuck about his
And
story.
he's-
I'm watching a horror
He's
movie.
not even like cute.
No.
But he was kind of cute.
I don't think he was attractive at
He's
all.
not attractive, but like the way that he was acting.
I mean, we can look at him for a little bit, and I can
No,
like show
because
you
he's
that
ugly.
for sure the guy is not attractive.
He's
like
not cute.
I'm not interested.
He was only
in this
cute
man.
in that movie. Only in this movie. He was being such a good father.
Okay, well, he is played by Clayne
see him.
Crawford, who actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that this
Oh,
picture
man.
of him right here, he doesn't look that
All
bad.
right, he looks
doesn't look
handsome.
terrible. He
No,
kinda
he looks handsome.
Yeah, he looks like an alright looking dude right there, but in this movie, he looked like dog shit. I don't know what he was in at all.
No.
Lethal
He wa-
Weapon 2016 to 2018. Is that a Lethal Weapon show that he was in? It looks like it. This was like a Lethal Weapon. Yeah, this is a Lethal Weapon show. I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't know there was a show. Is he the main guy in the show?
No, I know the main guy.
Is he not? 'Cause it
Oh
looked
wait,
like
I
he
thought
was-
you were talking about. I heard what you were saying, but I didn't know what you were talking about. He's in Why is he in that movie? What is that movie called?
What movie?
Go back.
Okay.
What is that? A Walk to Remember?
A Walk to Remember. Yeah, he's
Yes.
Dean in A Walk to Remember.
Who's
Is he the main guy in
Dean?
that
no,
or no?
No. That's what I was saying. No, he's not.
I don't know. Dean.
The bully, probably.
Dean is played by Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, he did a really good job as Dean. Oh wait, no, yeah, he is Dean. No, but he's not the main guy. The main guy is Landon Carter.
Well,
But he's
is he the
Dean.
guy that died?
I don't fucking know. I've
Or
never
that
seen.
was, like,
Dude, I've
in the-
never seen A Walk to Remember. Why would I ever watch that?
You have to watch that.
I have no interest in watching that. So okay,
It's okay, whatever. It's
so I guess
good.
Crawford he's not the main guy in the Lethal Weapon show, but he is a guy in the Lethal Weapon show. Yeah, I don't really know him. I've never seen him in anything else. I haven't
Me
seen anyone
neither.
in this
No,
movie.
he's kind of handsome. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
He's not a terrible. What you did say he was handsome.
No, I say he was cute.
Oh, okay, yeah, you did say he was cute. I didn't think he was attractive at all, but in the context of this movie, he was not an attractive man.
the way he was acting, you don't think so?
Okay, I guess he was nice, but I'm
Like,
watching
so
a fucking horror movie,
supportive.
dude. This movie sucked.
It did. Okay, maybe I was a little blinded.
Okay, anyway, let's get into it. We were talking about They Come Knocking from 2019. This is from the Into the Dark series, which is I've covered one before on Scream. I haven't covered anything on Horror Soup actually, but it is basically a horror anthology TV series, but it's like all movies. So they just do different movies, and they're usually based around holidays. I was gonna save it for the end, but just since I mentioned that right now, do you know what holiday this was based on?
It's a holiday?
Yeah, this is also a holiday movie,
You're
and that
fucking lying.
so that's why I was gonna remember when we were talking in the garage before we got into this, and I
Oh.
was like, I was gonna say something, but I was gonna save it because I didn't think you noticed.
Let me see. Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a Father's Day movie, but really, what does this movie have to do with Father's Day, and why did it matter?
Oh no,
Can you
that was
answer either of those questions for me?
that was a good dad. He was a good dad.
Yeah, this is a good dad, I
He was
guess.
a good dad. No,
like-
other than the beginning shot of them being in the diner and them being like Happy Father's Day, giving a free milkshake.
I feel like
That's it. That was it. And I guess it did really like show a good father figure. I don't know. But if you wouldn't have mentioned that, I didn't think
I don't feel like this was a horror movie. I feel like this was a Lifetime movie with like a little bit of a twist.
100% Lifetime
Yeah.
movie. 100%.
It's not a horror
No,
movie
100%.
whatsoever. Like, okay,
Other than like the paranormal stuff, because that's
but
paranormal.
I could even just account that to this being a Lifetime movie and one person just being crazy and everyone else just living in their fucking story.
Yeah, this movie was beautiful.
Fuck you, dude. You're pissing me off. All right. So there's actually so much more I want to say right now, but I feel like I'm going to spoil what little things happen in this.
All right.
So we should probably just talk about
All
it
right,
because
let's
otherwise
go.
we're going to go through the
Let's
whole movie
get
in like
into
5
get
fucking
into
minutes.
it. Yeah.
Do you want to do an award show though?
Yeah.
In one of the categories, we could do it like the slowest movie of the century. Also, the worst movie of the century.
Not okay.
Also, like the movie with the least amount of plot or point of the
that
century. And I feel like this movie would win every single category. I feel like it would be hard to do a shitty horror movie award show in the state that this show is in right now because of this movie.
No, yeah.
And it's not because of any other thing that's going down. I feel like this would just win every single category.
I'm just so sad because it could have been so good.
But here's the thing, though, like, you can say that anything could have been good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
could this
Okay.
is it that this could have been good, or is it just that this is a movie that exists in the world and
It's just a movie that exists in
It
the world
could
that
have
I
been good.
wish was good.
but what would have been like what could it have done that could have been good? It would have been if it was
If
good.
the story actually had meant anything,
Okay,
if it was
but- okay,
actually
but Maria,
anything.
If the story did anything, what would it have been? Another Hills Have Eyes with a smaller family? With kids instead of like mutant creatures? They're probably mutant creatures, whatever, but I guess they're ghosts. It would be what? The Hills Have Eyes, but with ghost kids in masks? Right?
I don't know.
Look, it's just I'm trying to make like some
It.
sense of this.
You know what? You got me.
Okay.
You got me.
Well, that's just how I feel about this, and I just don't know how this could have been good. Anyway, one of the writers on this is Shane Van Dyke. He wrote and directed a movie called Titanic II, and the plot of it is a century after the fateful voyage of the original modern luxury liner Titanic, the second sets sail. Will this ship suffer the same fate as her namesake?
What?
That's what I read on IMDb.
I'm sorry, what?
And the cover just shows like the Titanic 2 just like hitting another iceberg.
That's so weird.
So I was like, wait, so Titanic 2 is about the same boat that you made hitting the same thing? Hitting another iceberg?
That's weird.
Like, I don't know about that, bro. That just seems kind of redundant, right? Like a little bit off. Look at this fucking cover, dude.
I can't see.
Like how bullshit. Let me see if I can get a bigger version of this. Look at this.
Oh hell no! What the fuck?
Well, okay, never mind. Now that I think about it, I was looking at this cover when it was smaller, and I thought that was an iceberg, but I guess it's just in the water. So maybe that's the question of it. Maybe it won't hit a Another iceberg. Bruce Davison.
I have
is
nothing
in it.
to say.
Yeah,
I have no words.
It seems like something pretty interesting, you know. Seems like a.
It's actually one
Good
of my
tale.
favorite movies, so I think it's kind of rude.
Is it weird that I kind of want to watch it just to see if it does hit another iceberg? Like,
No, I'll watch it with you because I want to know what the fuck. I don't understand.
I don't think they got Leonardo DiCaprio for that one though.
Dang.
So
Count me out.
That's a little rough. But
Count
anyway,
me
the other
out.
writer is Corey Van Dyke. I have to assume they're brothers. And the Van Dykes have made movies together like The Chernobyl Diaries and The Day the Earth Stopped. Now, I haven't seen The Day the Earth Stopped. For a second, I thought I was going to say Stood Still, but it's not that. But I have seen Chernobyl Diaries and not the best thing. I think I said like Chernobyl Diaries too, kind of like sherbet like ice cream. So like someone's going to say something about that, but that's fine. Sherbet Diaries. You a little tired there, champ? This movie that's doing that to you?
That movie, I don't know. Those titles are kind of weird.
Have you seen Have you seen the Chernobyl Diaries?
No.
It kind of feels like this, like terrible.
That's not a TV show, is it?
No,
That's
it's a
not that
movie.
one show.
It's a movie.
No.
There might be a show about it. That actually sounds kind of
Chernobyl,
familiar.
yeah, there's a show and it's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think the movie is.
don't
I haven't
think
seen
so
it in a long
either.
time, but I don't remember
I
being
mean,
good.
it made me yawn.
That's very fair. It was also directed by Adam Mason. So this guy. From the outside looking in, it seems like he only directs like edgy Devil Boy movies. Like everything looked like it had like a knife and it was like about a satanic ritual or something. Like, just seemed very edgy to me. Kind of like he had a Tumblr, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm saying about this.
100%.
So this movie stars Clayne Crawford, as we said, as Nathan, a.k.a. the not-so-country father. Josephine Langford as Claire, the older and angrier daughter. And then Leah McHugh as Maggie, the young, happy daughter.
Yeah.
And that's basically all we're going to see in this. I think we see a couple other people in the beginning, like kind of just diner people.
We see the mom. She's kind of a main character, but not really.
Oh, bitch. We see the fucking mom.
I don't
She's not in
understand.
the movie, and we see that fucking chick every 2 minutes.
Dude, this movie doesn't
Honestly,
make any sense. I'm
honestly-
sorry, but if you could tell me what this movie is about,
Oh, wait,
you.
no. I can tell you what the movie is
no,
about.
what?
The plot is basically the mother dies and the family goes on a road trip
I
to
get
rebond
that.
with each other because the daughter doesn't like the father.
Yeah.
No, that's it. I don't have anything
No.
else. That's the end.
No.
That's the movie.
Cause we're gonna talk about it, and then once you're done talking about it, I have a million questions because I don't know what the fuck none
I
of it
can
meant.
tell
I
you-
don't know what any of it meant. I don't understand what none of it meant.
I can tell you right now that all of the answers that I have for you are doesn't fucking matter, dude.
I want to know. So if you know
No one
the
knows.
reasons, what was the reason?
I'm kind of over this whole Into the Dark series after this movie, not gonna lie.
That shit was bad. I'm sorry, but
This
whatever
was
was
your
on the
introduction
TV.
to this too, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh. I know what you're talking. So, for context, after the movie ended, Maria came over like right when I finished the movie, so I still had the series playing. So we watched like 2 more of their movies actually.
Yeah, we
I couldn't
did.
tell you which ones. One of them was like
Midnight Kiss.
Yeah, Midnight Kiss. That's the one I remembered. And I don't remember the name of the other one, but they both fucking sucked. They both were really bad. And I saw Pilgrim, and it wasn't the best. Like, it definitely sucked. That was my verdict on it. But Pilgrim had funny moments, so I was like okay with it. And then I think there's one called Puka that's about like a little doll, and I've heard that one's pretty like interesting, or at least funny, or I don't know if it's like
Pookie?
good or if it's just interesting. But yeah, everything I've seen pretty much so far sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but every time I fucking looked to the camera, I just saw ass.
Dude, that guy's ass. It was like
I felt like that was a whole entire fucking. I don't know what was happening. I thought I wasn't paying attention, but I was. But
yeah.
every time I looked up, it was just like same naked guy,
It was pretty funny when I was like looking the other way.
and you know it.
And then like I just heard the shower turn on and I turned around and looked at it and I was like, oh, there's his ass again.
yeah, it's his ass. He literally. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but this is what it looked like in my head. He fucking put on some pants as he's butt naked, and then like 2 seconds
Oh, and then
later,
he took 'em off?
He took them back off to be butt
Put
ass
on some different
naked.
pants.
And no, he didn't put.
didn't?
He was just naked in the shower. He showered like 5 times. I'm
Wait,
just
so he
kidding.
put on pants, then he took them off, and then got in the shower?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's it.
We saw his dick too.
You saw his.
I saw
dick.
his dick. I'm like 99% sure I saw his dick. So I mean, that's It's a good movie.
I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't tell you.
That's true. So anyway, they come knocking starts, and actually, I don't even want to say that. It's so boring. I had no interest in the starting. Like, it took I would say it took 10 minutes for them to even say anything beside like, "Hey, how's your day going?" Or like, "Hey, darn tootin',
So
you want to go
what?
on a road
How did
trip?"
it start? It was like
I couldn't tell you. The first 5 minutes is a blank in my head.
they were like in a trailer, or they were in a trailer. They
I think the little girl had like a dream or something, right? She was having like some premonition
yeah, and
of
it
something.
was like, what the fuck was that?
I think that was just setting up like, "Hey, my mom's dead."
It doesn't matter.
It's like any movie that just does like.
My parents are. I'm just kidding. My dad's dead. I'm just kidding.
I know, dude. We got death all around us.
Death
Like, dude, I'm
everywhere.
not having fucking transitions to fucking these stupid ass flashbacks.
I said my parents. Can you cut that out? That's bad
Oh, you
juju.
said, it's all right.
I didn't
No,
mean to say that.
we'll just say it was an accident.
Knock
Take
on
it back.
wood.
Yeah, it's
My
not
parents are not dead. My
singular.
singular
Singular.
is what I meant.
Yeah, so we're good now.
I'm just stressed out.
We put it out.
by
We
this
put it out
movie.
there. We
put
put
it out there. It
and then
didn't
now-
happen. It never happened.
It never happened. It's just one.
All right.
Okay, so we're good.
So what happened?
I don't know. She's having like premonitions about her dead mom and all this stuff, and then they head over to a restaurant, and then the little girl is like covering her hands in maple syrup. The father, he's trying to be country, and he's also not being mad about her putting this maple syrup all over her hands.
Because he's a good dad. She's being playful. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
he's just
just
like,
so messy, though, dude.
I know, but he's like so sweet. And then the teenage daughter is being like a complete bitch the whole time.
Look. I'm gonna,
which
look,
I was her.
Look, dude,
I
I
was
know I'm
such a
gonna be that
bitch.
cunt right now, but like, if you're putting maple syrup all over your hands and you're trying to touch me with it, I'm gonna be in a bad mood. Like, really, I don't want to be touched with maple syrup.
She wasn't really gonna do it.
I don't know, man. She looked like she might have. She was taking the joke to
You
that
think
level.
so?
Nah. She was kind of cool, I guess.
She's a
But
cool girl.
She
She's
did have a
cool-
bowl cut, though.
I have a bowl cut.
You don't have like no. You have like
Sorry.
you have like shoulder length hair.
Caleb's like, she had a bowl cut. I'm like,
I'll slump down.
zoom
I got a
in,
bowl
zoom
cut.
in of my bowl cut.
Zoom in of the bowl cut. I would say you have shoulder length, Daria hair.
All right, I'll take it.
You don't have like a bowl cut. She had a bowl cut.
All
Like
right,
her
I'll take
thing
it.
was like straight
No,
up
yeah,
like
it was
like
a
they
bowl
put a
cut.
bowl to her
It
head
was
and
a
chopped
bowl-
it. Like
It
that shit was
a bowl
fucked, dude.
cut for sure.
I don't like it when they do that to kids. It makes me just really sad.
Love when they do that to kids, but when they're like 2, 3 years old. No, one to. If,
Do when if you're doing the one,
no,
it's
that
funny,
shit's
but
cute. That shit's so cute.
I don't know
when
about
they're-
cute. Funny, yeah.
It's cute, funny, but not when they're like talking and
Well, yeah, that's just abuse at that point.
Yeah,
Like, you're abusing
like
that child.
you're gonna get your kid bullied.
You're going to jail. They're gonna.
And why would you want that for your kid? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So they go to a gas station and Claire buys a bunch of like snacks for the road trip before
Can we
walking
go?
away.
I'm sorry. Can
What?
we rewind to her pointing out the wine bottle in the diner?
What did she do with it? Oh, was it because her mom's ashes are in a wine
Yeah,
bottle?
and he just has it on the table.
So I didn't realize that at first. I just caught that later.
I see.
And it's because there's a really. We probably shouldn't talk about it, but there's a
No,
ridiculous
yeah.
scene with that wine bottle later.
Yeah.
I guess I said ashes, so people might be able to piece that together. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, she looks at some wine bottle because it reminds her of her mom, blah blah blah, and they head back to the camper to avoid hanging in the car with the rest of the family, or Claire does.
Yeah.
And
Claire.
then that's really just a setup for Claire doesn't want to be here, which is already like I feel like they instilled it immediately, but they
Yeah.
had to take 30 minutes to really let us
No,
know.
it's pretty. Yeah.
So 15 minutes in the movie. We still don't know what's going on, except there's a little girl with a bowl cut with a voodoo doll of her mom. There's a dead mother, and people are sad about it. Like, that's really it. Nearing the 20-minute mark, they're eating s'mores, and they're playing charades. The little girl is R2-D2.
Yeah, she wants to be R2-D2.
Yeah.
No, she is R2-D2.
She is R2-D2 in
100%.
in charade. She's doing good.
100%.
And then the little girl asks if she can smell her dad's beer and says that it smells like her sister. And then the sister calls her a maggot, which I feel like is like the equivalent of calling someone a twerp.
That maggot, that's so 2000s Disney Channel. Oh, no. Cadet
Right?
Kelly. That's where.
I never watched Cadet Kelly.
You're missing out.
Am I?
You're missing out.
I never watched
You
it.
missed out on
Yeah.
a really good chunk of your life.
Is it too late? It's probably too late.
No, it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Fuck no.
What was it? Who made It's Not Too Late? It's Never Too Late? It was like, it's not too late. Wait, is it?
Wait, what?
Is that 3 Days Grace? It's not too late. It's never too late. Late. I don't know. I think that's 3 Days Grace. But I probably shouldn't focus on that too much. It's not
I don't
important.
know. I can't tell
But
you.
Cadet Kelly?
But Cadet Kelly,
Interesting.
she'd be like, maggot. What are you doing, maggot?
It gave me like twerp vibes. Like,
yeah,
from
literally.
Fairly
No,
Odd
that's what
Parents,
it
you know?
is. That's what it is.
What was Timmy Turner's sister's name?
It's not her sister.
Or his
sister.
sister, whatever.
It's not his sister. Vicky.
Vicky? Oh, that was his
Icky-
babysitter.
Icky Vicky.
Oh, I thought that was his sister. I forgot about that. He's an only child, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was just some weird babysitter that they kept hiring.
That is fucking weird. Okay, whatever. So, also, how annoying is it that like an hour and or not? Yeah, an
Wait,
hour, 20
wait.
minute
To
long
be
movie.
fair, she called her maggot because her name's Maggie.
Did
so
I
that-
need that information?
Yeah. You know why? Because I was thinking about
Is that pressing?
No, it is.
I love how pressing that was.
No,
dude. You were like,
no.
wait, but
Because
her
at first
name
I
is
was like,
Maggie.
who the fuck? Like, this is... Because my thought
Isn't
process...
this girl's name Maggie too? Oh
No,
wait,
the
that's what you're
little-
talking.
no,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
talking
yeah,
about this.
yeah.
I thought you meant
So-
Cadet Kelly.
So you know how it's super cheesy?
I was
like,
on a different wavelength.
oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
2000s, like, maggot, twerp, you know? I was like, why the fuck is she calling her maggot? Like, what the fuck? Isn't this movie new?
Okay, you know what? I feel so rude about what I said a second ago because now that I put that in perspective, that kind of was pressing information. I feel like that was important.
Yeah, you know,
No,
right?
yeah, I
Thank
get you now. I get you
so
completely.
at first I was like,
I thought
what
you were
the-
talking about Cadet Kelly, and I was like,
No.
do I really need to know that? I was like, I'm not going to fucking watch Cadet Kelly, dude. I was like, are you still trying to get me to watch Cadet Kelly?
Yes, but also, it made sense because I was like, why is she, that's such a stupid fucking thing to say to someone in 2000, whatever we're in.
I
2020.
completely forgot her name was Maggie.
Yeah, but
That
then I
does
was
make
like,
sense.
oh, her name's Maggie. If I had a little sister named Maggie and I was being like an asshole, I probably would be like, maggot.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I just thought that was important.
That makes sense.
It was
Okay.
important, right?
So anyway, all
It
my
was
notes,
important, right?
It was important.
Thank you.
So literally, Maria, if you look at my notes for the first the first 10, it's like, oh, so it's 15 minutes in, it's 20 minutes in, nothing happened. 25 minutes in, nothing has happened.
You wanna see
the mom's dying because literally, I think 25 minutes in, it's just,
I'm
oh hey,
sorry.
we're arguing, and then it's, oh hey, here's a flashback of the mom. Oh hey, we're arguing again. Like,
No,
bro,
this
what the
is
fuck?
rude, but like this movie is about
Let me see.
cancer. Like the mom had cancer.
Oh yeah, she did have cancer.
That's
but I
what
feel
the
like
movie
that.
was.
But that's not like it. They played it off as like that's not an important part of the movie. Like, well, no, I won't say that. That sounds wrong. They tried to play it off as an important part of the movie, but it was such.
But that's
like,
all they fucking showed, dude.
it's all they showed. But at the same time, even though they showed it every couple minutes, it was such a subplot that it really just did not matter.
That's my notes.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, dude, like. I didn't have much. Like, I had most of my notes are toward the end of the movie because the first 30 minutes is just nothing. Yeah, you could actually completely see that on the screen.
Can
it's just,
you?
Yeah, it's
Like-
nothing. Like, it's just.
Absolutely. Like I don't know what the fuck.
And I don't blame you, but
Oh,
I
keep
guess.
moving this.
No, it's okay. But around like the 25-minute mark, something kind of happens while Claire's falling asleep. She hears some stuff and
Oh,
she
yeah.
sees a face in the roof, which also.
I thought that
I-
was a possum.
I didn't see a face. Did you see a
I
face?
saw a fucking possum.
Bro, straight up, like, that was not a fucking face.
No,
I
that
don't know
was
what
a
it was.
fucking possum. I literally thought that they were gonna be like, oh, I saw a face, and the dad was gonna go up there and be like, oh no, it's just a possum.
Yeah.
Because it didn't even look like a face. It looked like an animal, but like a small, tiny animal that you could
Yeah.
barely see that you can't mistake for a human.
Dude, I thought it was just the fan slightly moving.
Dude, that
and she
shit was
just...
so weird. I was like, no.
I thought she was just seeing shit. Like, I didn't see anything there. And then shortly after, you hear, like, some little kids speaking. So the dad's like, oh, okay, there is someone here. And then he looks out the window, and there's a couple of little kids in masks. They're like, please let me in. We want to show you something. And the stupid fucking idiot almost lets them in. He's like, okay, yeah, let's let him in. Like, that's his first instinct. Like, dude, it was like, what, 3 a.m? And they're in the middle of nowhere. And she
Thank
even
you.
says, like, she's like, oh, I saw that kid, like, over at the gas station. He's like, oh, that's 50 miles ago. Maybe we should let him in. Like, no, if that's 50 miles ago, maybe that's the reason you
And
shouldn't
thank
let
God
them in.
for the like bratty fucking
The
teenager,
sister,
right?
yeah, 'cause she's
because
the only one with any sense.
it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you're a dad. there's a
You
kid.
want to help some kids, but not at 3 in the morning when they're in mass saying, "Please let me in. We want to show you something."
In
Fuck
the
you, dude.
weirdest, creepiest way, especially when they were knocking all fucking hard. Like, no.
And if she said she saw a face like in the roof right before, like, to be fair, I'm saying I didn't see the face, but if she said she saw a face and then right after there's kids at your door, don't let them in.
Yeah. If she
Don't let
woke
'em
up
in.
like fucking terrified like that, the way that she did, you know damn well there's
And
not.
they're all giggling like, "Nah, fuck you, dude."
And it's whose fucking kids?
There's no parents there, dude. Like,
They're in the middle of nowhere. There's
those
no
aren't
one.
lost kids. Those are murder kids.
There's like no one around. No one's trailer or whatever the fuck. Like
That's what I'm
there's
saying, it's
nothing.
Hills Have
Yeah,
Eyes.
there's nothing around. Like there's no way that these kids are just like, help us. Why are you laughing if you need help?
Yeah, it's really aggravating. So,
yeah, it's
like,
just irritating. That he was
during
gonna-
that time, too, Claire started acting like a bitchy sister, and she tells Maggie that, like, you know, her mom's dead, and then, like, Nathan walks outside of the camper just to go, "Hey!" And then he walks back in, and which kind of weirded me out, too, and I thought that was going to be a point where the kids, like, snuck in or something, you know, because they're ghostly or something like that, and they didn't notice, but that never happened. He just kind of walks out, he goes, "Hey!"
Oh, and
and
he
he goes
was
back
like,
in.
I'm gonna go out there.
He said he was going to try to do something, but he didn't. So...
You know what? I let that one slide.
Why?
Because I was like, you know what? It's not going to happen now.
He just went out there and made dad noises.
Yeah, I said it's going to happen now, but it's
gonna
not going to
really
happen
happen later.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
So...
But I didn't know that at the
Okay.
time.
Well, cue the fucking dying loved one flashbacks, just like you get in every soap or sappy movie ever invented.
Lifetime movie.
And then also, like, I just watched Fear Street earlier, too. Why does a bloody nose always signify, like, something bad in a horror movie? Because I feel like bloody noses just happen, and it's a casual thing, right? Like,
I don't
know it's not
know.
a good thing,
I
but does
thought-
it really freak you out that much?
No, because every time in anime, bloody noses are like,
Well, that
You know?
anytime there's a bloody nose in anime, that just means they saw, like a male character saw boobs.
yeah. So I didn't really realize about like in movies when there's a bloody nose and they get freaked out because I'm like, wait, so that's bad.
Well, you said you watched the first Fear Street too. Remember
Yeah.
when so spoiler for anyone. It is
Oh,
only
but you know what? In
there's
this
only in
one,
like the first 10
No,
minutes
yeah.
of Fear Street. But
go on.
oh sorry. So they throw that little like bucket, you know, and or like they're about to dump water on the car. But then the main chick, Dina, she gets a bloody nose, and then she just like ends up throwing the bucket because she freaks out. I'm like, that seemed like a overreaction to me. Like, you
No,
know, like
you're
it's
right.
not that serious.
You're
Like, you
right.
don't you don't lose all bodily functions and freak
You're
out
right
because you get a
about
bloody nose.
that.
You go, oh, let me get a towel.
But in this movie, I thought that the bloody nose had something to do with cancer or something. Like she's sick.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're probably right.
That's how I saw it in this movie, and that's why I was like, all right, bloody nose.
But also, like,
Didn't,
when
you
she
know?
got the bloody nose, like, it was, okay, so in the context was it was a flashback of the mom. The mom got a bloody nose, but, like...
Because she was acting weird beforehand. Remember, she just like
she was
stayed
acting a little
still.
weird, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like, you just get a bloody nose when you're acting weird, and that means cancer immediately. Like, that's
No.
not the vibe I got from
I
it.
just
Like,
didn't. I just didn't know what the fuck was. You know, like I was just. The movie is so much assuming.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They could have
Assuming-
done other things, but they just did the bloody nose, and they just wanted us
Yeah.
to assume, like, oh, deadly disease. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think deadly disease when I see bloody nose. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we see her later, like, losing her hair and all this
Yeah.
shit, and, like, going through a bunch of medical stuff. But before that, it's literally just, like, bloody nose. She's
No,
fucked.
I didn't know if that means anything. I'm not on that.
I just find that as a weird thing. I've seen it in a lot of movies.
It's in every
It's just
movie. You're
strange.
right. You're right.
It's just strange to me. So they decide to go to bed. Nothing bad really happens aside from Claire having another dream that her dying mother was waking her up. Literally
and that
2 minutes
was
after.
Fucking creepy.
But again, it's not real.
No, but it
So,
was
like-
so creepy to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna get good. It's gonna get good." But
So the next morning, oops, the car isn't starting. So Nathan decides to, you know what? I take everything you said about him being a good parent back, because he leaves his kids. His kid, what? His daughter is 16 at most, probably. His
Yeah.
other daughter's like 11. And he leaves them alone in the middle of this Hills Have Eyes bullshit in a fucking RV when he knows that there's little kids in mass fucking coming after them,
but he
trying
thought
to
he
eat
was
them or whatever.
gonna. He thought he was gonna get there before breakfast. So
Okay, who
he
cares?
thought-
They're gonna
he-
kill you before breakfast, bitch.
Well, he probably thought that they only came out at night.
That's
I was just assuming, you know, because he's such
That's
a
an
good
assumption.
dad. He's like a dad. I'm just kidding, but I just assumed, like, okay, He's doing what's best. He said that his daughter can't walk that long, and he was like, "Oh, I have to go. Here's some walkie-talkies."
Which didn't work, by the way. And why?
No, they did work, but he didn't even fucking pay attention. Like, okay, if you give someone a walkie-talkie, no. If you give someone a walkie-talkie, right, because you're going somewhere, there's no reception, there's no nothing, you're gonna have that fucking walkie-talkie on you, like.
Wait, he leave it somewhere?
Huh? No, he has it like in his bag or something as he's hiking. So how would he even hear it or anything if like the girls need something? So that I'll give you that, because what the fuck was that? But I think at first it was a mistake that he left on his own, but he was trying to do what was best,
Okay, well, no, fuck that. Because another thing, too, I think he said at one point he said he left to go find signal. And I thought at first he was leaving to go, like, fix the car or something. So if he was leaving to go get signal, he didn't find fucking signal. He didn't fix the car. So he just left for no goddamn reason. But also, it didn't matter because there are no repercussions in this movie. Like, these people are invincible.
Who's invincible?
The whole family. Nothing happens to them, dude. Like, he leaves for half the fucking day. They don't get attacked. Nothing happens. They're just like, oh, she disappeared for a minute. I found her over here. Some people looked at me. And then that's it. He comes back and he's like, oh, how's it going, guys?
Well,
all right, cool.
Yeah, to be fair, he was trying to find reception to call somebody or something. But I don't know what the fuck happened, actually. Why did he end up coming back early?
No reason, because he went to like a fucking RV and he saw some dead guy, and that didn't even do anything for him. It was like 10 minutes after he found the dead guy.
That's when I thought,
he's like, oh my god.
That's when I thought it was getting good. I was like, okay,
you keep
plot.
saying that. Nothing gets good.
I know, but I thought I was like, okay, plot. Like, thank you, plot. This guy's scared. He found this guy in the trailer. He obviously like committed suicide. And there's water bottles out because they're mocking him because they want him to get out, and he's thirsty, drinking his own piss.
All right, well, fuck that. Let's go back a little bit before we get
sorry,
to that. Sorry.
I thought.
Fuck. So Nathan.
Something happened before that. What?
Not really. But Nathan is gone before that. Some more dying moment flashbacks, and then now it's time for the pivotal part of any dramatic movie with a nice sibling and a mean sibling. Yeah. They have a warm embrace. They start to mildly get along. Yeah. But right when that happens, Maggie vanishes. She disappears. She just. I actually. Do you know how she disappeared? Because I have no.
It did not show. It didn't show.
They
shit.
didn't, right?
No.
I thought I just missed something because I looked away. She was there, and then I looked back, and she was gone. She's like, Maggie.
Yeah.
She just disappeared.
Because she was just sitting there,
That's
and
stupid.
then all of a sudden, I could have sworn that she didn't even walk off. What's her name? Casey? I don't fucking know. The teenage sister. She walked off like.
Carrie? No.
Something with a C.
Something with a C. I don't remember. I think it was Carrie, maybe.
Whatever.
I will figure it out soon. I wrote it down somewhere.
Well.
Claire.
Oh, Claire. She walked off like a little bit, right? Yeah. And then it just like she's gone. Right?
I think she just literally...
just disappeared.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be saying something complete bullshit.
Same.
But did she just go to the bathroom?
I don't remember her even, like, leaving to any other room. That's the thing. I don't remember. I thought she literally just, like, walked a couple steps to do something and, like...
You might be right. I think she just went to get a cup of water and then Maggie was just gone.
I don't fucking know what.
And
we
did ever find out if Maggie like walked somewhere or
no. I know,
right?
I know what happened.
Oh, you did. What happened?
Yeah, but it's like future. Like,
okay,
I don't know if you wanna.
I think I know what you're talking about. So anyway.
Yeah, it's not important.
Now we're about that part. Nathan finds that dead guy, some abandoned camper, and then he's pretty shock-a-bra because the dead guy wrote "help me" on a dirty toilet, and the guy is also like way more than dead. But Nathan goes to check to see if he's alive.
I was so confused.
The dude looked like he was dead for like a month.
He was fucking dead. Blood everywhere, like flies.
Old blood, like fucking like that blood that's like super dark red because it's been there for weeks.
Crusty lips, not moving, like he would have budged or something if he was alive.
And also, Nathan walked into the room like holding his like nose, like covering it, so it obviously smelled like dead body. Like you knew he was dead before you got in there, dude.
I didn't understand that part either. Why the fuck did you poke him? And the whole time I was just thinking, like, dude, if cops come here and like you were poking him like that, they're gonna be like, what the fuck were you doing? Right?
To be fair though, I don't think any cops are showing up here.
Okay, but if it was real life,
It's fucking
Please.
middle of goddamn nowhere. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I want to think about real life.
Real life situations.
Sometimes.
So yeah, he finds that guy. He still doesn't really care, but around the 45 to 50 minute mark, the score sounds like like a single click of a typewriter. Did you hear that? For like
What?
7 minutes, it's just like.
Oh, the gunshot thing? Yeah.
And it's doing that for like 10 fucking minutes, dude. Like, it sounded like either like a single click of a typewriter or like a marble being dropped on a table, but just like one drop, it's not bouncing, and then they reverse it, so it's like one drop and then one drop going like backwards.
I knew it was I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was like a gunshot sound.
That was
because
a gun noise?
Yeah, because it said that on the
What?
I blinked.
Like credits or something? Or like
On
on the what? They said like this is a gunshot noise?
on the captions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the clicking in the background?
Yeah, it
Are
said
you
gunshot
serious?
noises.
I
But
didn't
I
watch
think
this
it
one
was
with
the
subtitles.
music. I think it was the subtitles. Thank you. I think it was just like the music though. I don't think it was like actually any noise in the movie. But
No, it was. It was the score. It was just little clicking noises.
I thought so too, but it wasn't. I think it was just like the music in the
No,
background.
dude, it went on for 10 minutes in different scenes.
Yeah, I know, and it kept saying gunshot noise.
I think that was just the score, and it was just subtitling the score.
What?
Yeah, movies do that sometimes for
What
some
do you
reason. It'll like
mean?
tell you what the music is doing, like what the noise is or something.
That's so
sometimes.
weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was because that was the score for sure.
No, that's what I mean. Like, why? I don't know. But I didn't know it was a gunshot noise.
I didn't either. I
Also,
thought that was
I didn't
like a
notice my
marble.
subtitles were in Spanish until like almost the end of the movie.
Well, I mean, you can read it, so.
Yeah, it's not important. But I thought that was funny that I was like, and then I was like, wait, these are in Spanish. What the heck?
Well, Claire's still looking for Maggie, and she ends up at a scrapyard that has a bunch of like doll heads sitting around the place. And all the while, Nathan is barely realizing that there's even the slightest problem and that his children might be in some kind of danger. So he's like, all right, I'm going to head back to camp.
Didn't he like go on the walkie? Finally,
I think he heard
and then
something
he
on the
didn't.
walkie, and then he was like, "Oh my god!" I
Yeah,
gotta go back.
or like
what,
they
the
didn't.
dead body. That didn't tip you off.
Nothing tipped you off this entire time.
Like I felt like when he saw the dead body, he was gonna be like, "Oh, these kids are killing people. I gotta go back right now." And he was like, "Let me hang out for 15 minutes."
If I saw a dead body, if I left somewhere, like instantly, I would not have stayed as long as he did. But to be fair, you know what? Okay, I'm backtracking. I wouldn't have stayed there that long as soon as I saw the dead body, but at the same time he was searching like his stuff to see what the fuck is
go
happening.
help your fucking kids. I don't care.
I know, but
dude.
I get it because he's like, what the fuck happened here? Like, what's going on? Da da da. But me, you know, I would have ran back to my family because I'd be like, yeah, something's definitely up. Like, I need to go check on my family. Who cares what the fuck is happening or why this happened?
Exactly.
But you know.
Nah.
Smart thinker.
Well, he kind of just walks around a little bit, and then I think this is when Claire ends up in the scrapyard, like in the little storage container, and she sees her mom, and that's again when I was like, "Oh, something's happening." She sees her mom, and she's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, sweetheart?" And then nothing happens. Nathan just kind of shows up, and he's like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" And
no,
then,
the
they
mom's
find Maggie.
crawling up to her.
Yeah, again, nothing happens though.
But it's so weird, like.
Yes, weird, not scary, not interesting.
It
weird.
just, you know why it's weird?
Strange.
I'm like,
one would say.
I might be going a little bit
ahead of yourself.
Yeah, but what the fuck does my whole question with this movie is like, what the fuck does the mom have to do with anything? What?
Trauma. That's it. It's just what? It's literally just the mom is the reason they're on this trip. That's it.
I get that.
Because they keep saying it too. They're like, we're on this trip for mom, blah, blah, blah.
I get that. And
That's
I get that those kids were using the mom against them because that, you know, that's like, they're traumatized by it. That's something that could get them. That's something that will be like, get them in a vulnerable, whatever state of mind. But it's like, what? Like,
don't question it.
Like, I don't know. It actually hurts my head. Like, keep going, but I really want to know what
there's no answer. It's a stupid
No,
movie.
there has to be an answer. Like,
No,
what
there
is the
isn't.
point of this movie? Because then what the fuck? What do the kids have to do with it? And then why do they kill the other family? Like, if it's not about the mom, then you know what I mean?
No, it's a half a star movie. It's bad writing, and there's no point of it. The fact that you're thinking about this so much is what they
But
wanted.
that's what's so irritating. Like, what was your plan even making this movie?
To make a terrible movie and get people to watch it and talk about it
and that's
with
what
no
I mean.
effort.
And that's what I mean. Like, it had so much potential because, okay, you're using the mom to get them in a vulnerable state of mind so you could, like, get to them. But then there was nothing. You know? Like, it wasn't that. Like, it wasn't the mom.
You're going too deep, Maria. It sucks.
It's pissing me off. I'm so sorry. It's just so... It doesn't make sense. Like, it did not have to happen. It doesn't... Sorry. It doesn't exist.
So now they
this movie
decide.
doesn't exist. I'm just kidding.
So now they decide to stay another night, and Nathan starts whispering, "What led you to the junkyard? That was the junkyard that brought me into purgatory." Because, you know, any movie that utilizes whispering is just Poltergeist to me. That's a bad joke I made.
I like Poltergeist.
Oh, you do like... Okay,
I
never
do.
mind.
Yeah. Go
Yeah, cool.
Aw,
So,
okay,
you know, wait,
never
okay,
mind.
but can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I saw a poll on Twitter yesterday
Okay.
that was, what's your favorite horror movie out of this list? And it was Friday the 13th, the original. It was Texas Chainsaw 1974. It was the original Hellraiser 81, I believe. Is Hellraiser 81? I think so. And then Poltergeist.
Uh-huh.
What's the best movie on that list?
Texas.
Okay, what's the
Texas.
second best on that list?
Hellraiser.
What's the third best on that list?
Friday.
Okay, thank you.
I still love it, though.
Okay, no, but that's not what
Oh.
I'm getting to. So on that list, Friday the 13th was the most voted.
Oh, okay.
Hellraiser was the second most voted. Texas Chainsaw was the third most voted. Oh, wait, no, I got this wrong. Sorry.
Go
Let me
on.
bring that back. Friday the 13th was the most voted. Poltergeist was the second most voted. Hellraiser was the third most voted. And Texas Chainsaw was last on the list.
That's insane.
People, like, literally, it was, like, so many more people that said Poltergeist
No.
is better than
And you
Texas
know-
Chainsaw
no.
and Hellraiser.
And you know what?
That's bullshit. Like,
No.
okay,
I'm
and
a diehard
dude,
Poltergeist.
I quote tweeted that bitch, and I said, "You can like Poltergeist. That's fine.
Yeah.
That is not fucking better than Texas
No,
Chainsaw and Hellraiser.
no,
That is so bullshit."
No, and
Is that what people
No,
like in
no.
horror? Are these horror fans nowadays?
I
Like,
don't know.
I'm sorry, like, I'm not calling myself, like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm the right horror fan and what I like is fucking top tier, but is that true? Like, do people
No.
like Poltergeist more than those?
No, there's no way because
That's
I
crazy to
really
me, dude.
Poltergeist is actually a movie that I could watch back to back to back, like
Yeah.
whenever, you know.
You love it.
Yeah, like I loved it. I grew up with it. You know, I enjoyed it as a kid. I enjoy it now. It's a good fucking movie. I enjoy everything about it.
But by no means is it
But-
better or more watchable than any other movie on that list. Not a single one.
No.
Actually,
no.
I would even say maybe the first Friday the 13th. But Hellraiser and Texas Chainsaw,
No.
like,
That's
come
the thing.
on.
Friday the
I
13th.
still
I'm
think
a
that
fan.
should be the top on the
No.
list. I think that's an awesome movie. Like Friday Part 2,
Okay.
yes. Part 1, I like it.
I'm a
I don't love
huge
it.
fan.
No, I love it, actually. I
No,
do love it.
yeah.
I don't love it.
I know what you mean, but I forgot where I was going. It doesn't make sense.
It's just those other
No.
movies. is what
Like
I'm trying say.
compared to all those movies, like I could say I love a movie.
That just
It's
upset me, and
one
I had
of
to bring
my
it up.
favorite movies, but then you bring up all these other movies, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way
Yeah,
that it
no.
tops that. No.
It's fucking bullshit, dude. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. So then a fire starts, but what makes me really
That was
just kind of
fucked.
annoyed. It was a controlled fire, though.
That was fucked.
But it was a controlled fire. Was it
Meaning-
that much? Like, it was in a fire pit. Like, it
No,
wasn't going
no.
anywhere.
That was so fucked. I'm telling you, Caleb, this, like,
Look, I know what you're going to say. That they had potential to start a
No,
bigger fire, but it was a
no.
small fire.
no, that
Fuck you.
shit is actually fucking
Fuck you.
terrifying. The
Fuck
fact
you.
that these kids or whatever the fuck they are, you know, they're like trying to get them to go outside. They're not going outside. So what do? They start a fucking fire and put gasoline everywhere when there's a family of 3 in that fucking trailer. The dad and the 2
I wouldn't
kids.
say they put gasoline everywhere.
Yes, they did.
I'd say they put it in some spots.
They put it literally all over the trailer and on the floor.
Yes.
That's everywhere.
Whatever. Well, I guess you're right. It got Nathan out of the van.
Yeah, no, but even then,
out.
even if they didn't, my thing is, even if they didn't get them out, the fact that they're willing to like just set this family on fire.
They're ghosts. They don't fucking care.
I know, but that shit to me, at that point, I was still like, I'm hooked. Okay, what's happening? What's gonna, I was kind of like, damn, these kids are like crazy. What are they gonna do? If they're willing to set this, that's a terrible way to die.
You really thought all that?
Yeah.
With your brain?
Yeah. With my small little worm.
I didn't say that, but
I'm
with your
just
brain,
kidding.
you thought those things?
Yeah. I just thought about like, damn.
I can't wait till we rate this. Anyway, he comes out of the fucking van, and one kid walks up to him, and he just hits him in the face with a shovel.
I was so ready for that.
I was happy.
Hell yeah.
That was awesome. That's what he should have done for a long time.
Yeah, as soon as the fucking kid showed up, I was like, you better hit that fucking kid. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking kid. You better hit him. And he did.
And then he does, but then he does some stupid ass shit again.
What was that about?
Dude, the kid is like on the ground. He's like, please help me. I'm sorry. He's like, oh,
after
come on.
he just went.
Dude, and then he's like, he bends over and kneels over to him, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, little guy, are you okay? And then like,
so stupid.
a gang of kids pop out, like 50 kids.
Good. And you know what? I'm glad they did, because what the fuck is wrong with you?
But they didn't do anything again. They just looked at him, and they let him walk away. Like, these kids can't run, I don't think, because they never tried to chase. He just walked away.
And you know what's weird about them not being able to run? Is those fucking ninja skills that the first one he hit was doing. Like, how do you move that fast, but you can't run?
Like, how come you have Bruce Lee moves, but you can't move fast?
Like, what?
It's just so angering. But anyway, he just kind of walks away, and then he seems to think that like they disappear every time he doesn't see them, which is a fucking ridiculous thought to have. Like, he's in his van hiding from them, he doesn't see them for like 2 seconds, then he's like, okay, they're gone, and he just walks out like casually, and I'm like, dude, they're not gone. Like, they were there. Like, you can't just go in a van for all of 1 minute and be like, all right, ghost is clear.
But that's what freaked me out about them, and that's why I was hooked at first. And you know what, don't get me wrong, the way the kids looked was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. Yeah, that creepy face or whatever. But I was like,
the only thing that I did like is that I thought they were just in masks, but their mouths moved.
I thought so too. Yeah, I thought so too.
I like that their mouths moved.
I thought that they were like stupid looking or whatever, like super cheesy. Like, oh, give them a creepy face.
They look like a American Poltergeist.
Oh,
shittier, like shittier than the Purge. Not as good.
That's what it gave me. But
yeah. I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, I was like, this is so stupid. But, what were we talking about?
I want to talk about something else. Apparently, these little masked kids have the same rules as vampires because they can't enter a room unless they're invited in.
Yeah.
Like, they can't enter a house or an RV or whatever unless someone's like, hey, you can come in, bud. So I was like, wait, they're ghost vampire kids?
Yeah. That's
like, is that what's happening?
This is a vampire movie.
Is that what you're trying to fucking tell me?
This is a vampire movie.
This is a fucking Father's Day Lifetime movie.
I fucking
with
love
ghost
the dad.
vampire
I don't know,
kids.
man. That dad kind of did something.
I don't know, man. So now there's like monsters screaming and stuff, and then like the mom is like talking to Maggie through a bathroom window, which this is when, again, thoughts.
Can we talk about
what's
her name?
Scene, I guess.
Claire?
It was Maggie.
No, the other sister.
Claire? Yeah.
Why the fuck did she leave the room?
Oh, I don't know.
That pissed me the fuck off.
I get why she left the room, but I don't know why she didn't go back in the room, because she was just, after she left the room, she was just kind of like hanging out, just like having a nice day.
I was so mad. I was like, okay, fine. You're going to go outside really quick to get
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, yeah.
But come back.
But come back instantly, please, like your sisters.
And she was also still in the RV, but she just wouldn't go in the room. And I'm like, you're just letting the demons talk to her. Like,
they're ghosts. Then after your dad telling you, like, stay the fuck in the room, please, I would do just that.
Yeah, she's not a smart person. Well, she was being smart for a while, and then she stopped.
Yeah, what is a little girl gonna do in the room by herself? Like...
Well, she starts talking to her mom, and then this is when it's like, oh, she's tugging at your fucking your heartstrings, huh, bud?
Tart strings,
really harping it up over there. And then, wow, it took the entire movie, but something actually happened. We see a kill for all of 2 minutes until they take it back and they go, never mind, there's no kill.
I was so excited,
Bro,
which is not good.
Okay, like, I know what you're going to say. You're excited because not only they killed someone, they killed the most defenseless person in the movie.
Yeah,
they killed
and then
the kid, so you're like, oh, you actually did something crazy. Like, this movie was giving us nothing, and you did something wild. Now it's going to kick the fuck off.
Yeah, and you did something that's so terrible because, honestly, like, I'm not that person to, be like, oh, it's your fault, but it was Claire's fault.
Oh, 100%.
Like, if you wouldn't have left the fucking room for that long, that shit wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was, like, freaking the fuck out and, like, yeah, bitch, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
Your sister's dead, and now you're gonna die, and now all your family's gonna die, and then nothing happened.
And it was cool, too, because, like, she ran into the bathroom, and not only, like, I thought they were going to do the thing where we just didn't see her, and you're just like, oh, she's dead, but then they pan over, and you literally see, like, I mean, obviously, it's
she's dead.
It's not something you want to see, but in the context of, like, you want to see something fucked up in this movie, there's, like, a mangled, like, dead fucking, like, 11-year-old girl, so you're like, oh, shit, that's fucked up.
And that's where I was, like, finally, like, it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, this is finally, everything's coming together. I'm gonna know why the fuck, whatever. But it's like.
But what happened is that she let her mom in. We're happy about it, some good stuff happens. And then, just kidding, the dad just shows up. He runs in the back room. Her body's not there. And he's like,
back, he's dead.
He's dead. She's dead back there. And then he runs back. He's like, she's not dead. They're messing with us. And then that was, like, I already checked out of the movie way before, but then I was like, okay,
really?
You're not redeeming yourself right now, but it might have something that's, like, kind of interesting. And then right when he said they're messing with us, I knew the little girl wasn't dead. I knew she was coming back, and I was done. This is the point right here when I was completely done with the movie. I had no interest.
But you know what doesn't make sense to me?
What?
Okay. Other than, like, this whole movie doesn't make sense. But it's like, okay, the kids can't get inside, right? Unless you invite them in. Maggie's, like, supposedly dead, Claire saw her dead body and stuff.
But she's not.
But she's not. But it's like, how would they fucking do that from the outside? So, of course, you're going to think she's dead. So, for you to take it back and be like, just kidding, she's not dead. They're just playing mind games.
The mom got in. The mom is, like, on their side,
but
I
either
guess,
way,
right?
the mom was someone that the kids were probably, like, they used her body.
Yeah.
To, like, get to the daughter. So, obviously, her inviting the mom in.
So, you're saying why couldn't that have killed her?
Yeah, and
right?
like, how do you take it? It just doesn't make sense.
No,
like,
that's what I get.
It just,
because
okay.
That's what I assume. Like, the mom is linked to the kids.
Yeah.
So when the mom gets
100%
in, the mom can kill her.
She's in, and they're
she's
in.
and, like, yeah, like, that's what I don't get, dude.
And that's the
weird.
Part that pissed me off.
Maybe it's a thing where, like, all the individual ones have to be let in.
But
that's
either
weird.
no, but
like,
either way,
I feel like it's a force that should be able to kill them
exactly.
all now.
And either way, like,
the mom should still be in, right? The mom should still be able to kill Claire too, and then now the dad.
And if she wasn't in, like, okay, how does she?
That's the plot hole in this.
And then also, like, okay, since she did that, the kids did that to Maggie, or Claire, like, they made it look like Maggie died, and she's in, like, why wouldn't the plot get, okay, I'm in, I pretended to kill Maggie, she's not actually dead, but I made it look like she's dead to get to you guys, but now it should be a thing where, like, oh, no one's safe.
Yes,
not
100%.
even inside. And that's why I was like, this is where it's gonna get good. They're inside officially, like, shit's about to go down.
What happens is the mom just leaves. Because that's why I said earlier that all these people are invincible, because every time something happens that should be killing these people,
it does. Yeah,
they just take it back.
No,
They're like,
I know.
Oh no, we're leaving now.
I know, and that's why
it's like the nun. Remember when the nun would be like, when she would pop up in front of fucking what's her face, and she would stand in front of her in a hallway, and then she would just leave, like, just walk away. It's like that, dude.
Yeah, I just, at that point, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a whole lot of nothing, because I don't understand how this is even happening.
Yeah, it's aggravating. So they start to look for Maggie. They end right up back at the storage container, and then the scrap yard that Claire ended up at earlier. And I kind of feel like, at this point, I was like, is there just a budgetary issue with this?
Because they kept it...
It's only the storage container, it's only this RV, and then also they didn't do, like... They didn't make the best out of it. They didn't make the most out of what they were doing.
No, it's just the same stuff, and it doesn't connect to anything, or, like, it's not important. And the whole story, that's what I'm saying. You think it's going to be good. like I said, the way I said it had potential because I'm like, okay, she's in, she could kill people, but it doesn't make sense, and I have no words for it because it's like it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, let's go. We're repeating ourselves.
I know, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's pissing me off.
So Nathan goes inside the storage container to talk to his dead wife.
Ew.
I know, you're more angry than I am
I know,
usually.
I'm sorry.
And he also hears the little demons chasing his daughter, and he ignores it because he has zero sense of danger. Like, he hears his daughter basically getting murdered outside. He's like, I'm gonna talk to my wife a little bit more. And then
that's not real.
Yeah, this wife that
like,
he knows isn't real.
She's not real. Like, she's dead.
So because of his lack of spider sense, his daughter is getting creeped on by a bunch of child demons, and he's in the storage container, falling back in love with his ghost wife. But everyone is invincible, and everything is really convenient, so Nathan just leaves, and he kind of just tells the kids to stop, and then they're like, all right, we'll stop. And you know how he fixes everything? So we finally wrap back around. You know how he solves these issues? You really want to know? You guys want to know? He pours out a bottle of wine for the dead homies.
Like, no, because the mom's ashes are in the wine.
But I'm aware.
Yeah, but like, what connection
what I'm saying is
does
I don't know how that stops this.
What exactly? What connection does that have?
And how did he know? It's like, you know when something really fucking stupid happens in a movie, like something that's like the writers cannot fix, so they just find a book and it's like, this is how you fix it, you got to do this, and the demons are gone.
Yeah,
it's like he did that.
Yeah,
except we never even, like, even though that's absurd, we never even saw that. We never saw him find a book. We never saw him, like, we never saw a moment where he came to it in his head and he was like, oh, the ghosts are linked to my wife's ashes, and once we get rid of them, it's all over. Like, we were pretty much just supposed to assume that because they're on a trip for their mom and the mom is haunting them, that once they spread her ashes, that she's laid to rest and all the ghosts are laid to rest. But that doesn't explain anything, because why are the ghosts here? Why do they ever grab the mom, and why are they attached to him?
And why is that other guy dead, and like his family, you know?
I have no idea.
Like, you could have done that. He could have done that in the beginning.
Yes, because you know what? That's a very good point too. Yeah. Because if all he had to do was spread his mom or his wife's ashes, their mom's ashes, and that ended anything, why were the ghost kids after other people before this? Why were they killing other people? So it makes I don't get it. It doesn't make
sense. And the other people were going after because remember how he made that connection of like, oh, they're after Maggie because she's a kid. And then
I don't get that either.
And then that was a connection, which it makes sense. Oh, they're kids, you know, whatever.
But does it make sense?
It doesn't. Okay. But you could give it that, you know, like, okay, they're after her because she's a kid, whatever.
Okay, but you know what's crazier? I'm just going to cut you off right now. The movie basically just ends right there.
Yeah.
Like, the end after that, it's them finding Maggie crying in the back of the storage container. They all hold each other, and then Maggie says, next time we go on a trip, can we just stay in a hotel? And then some terrible music plays, and then the camera pans off to like just some shots of hills, and then that was when I remembered that this was a Father's Day movie, because it ended and I was kind of doing what you're doing right now. I was trying to find answers, not to the same things, not what we're talking about right now, but just to anything. I was like, why did any of this matter? And then I was like, oh, this ended like this with them holding their arms around each other or whatnot, and it panning off into the hills, because this is a fucking Father's Day movie. Because the father is good with his daughters now, and they reunited, and they got closure.
And I get that, but
that's
it's
not
like,
a horror movie.
No,
that's the thing that pisses me off.
And it doesn't make sense.
This isn't a horror anthology series that is supposed to be about horror-based holidays.
It just doesn't make
sense. Or
sense.
holidays that have like a horror story to them. But that's not what this is. Literally just a Lifetime movie.
I don't
with
get
ghost
it.
kids, with ghost vampire kids.
And I'm wondering, like, am I missing something? Like, but no, there's no way that anyone could make it make sense.
Honestly, like, everyone knows I've said this a lot. I say that a lot of things are the worst this or the best this or the most this, blah blah blah. This might be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this isn't good.
This might be the worst fucking movie I have ever seen. Here's the thing. I have talked about Cry Wolf a good amount of times with Kim and whatnot on this, and Kim always gives me shit and compares to things, blah, blah, blah. I would watch Cry Wolf a million times over. Like, actually, while I was watching this, I was thinking about how much I missed Cry Wolf.
You know what this reminds me of?
Huh?
How were you ever into like writing stories and stuff when you were younger, especially
No.
horror? Okay, well, when I was younger, I was super into writing, and I would
It
write.
reminds you of an inexperienced writer writing a horror story,
Yes.
right?
I would write so many
The
horror
most
stories
cliche,
in
just bullshit,
elementary school, not
dumb
middle
shit,
school,
no
not high
structure.
school,
Yeah.
where it's like I have a little bit more knowledge. Like, no. Elementary school, writing a fucking horror story and trying to make it good, and it doesn't make sense. There's so many
Yeah.
plot holes and plot holes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, potholes.
Yeah. Potholes. Holes. Anyway. But that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm a child writing a story
Yes.
and they're trying to make it good and it's so impressive because you're young, but it really doesn't. That's literally I feel like I wrote this fucking script like in elementary school.
What a waste of a small amount of my time. This was such a short
I don't mean
movie.
to be so angry. I always say that every fucking episode, but this one, like, it just made me so upset. It genuinely made me upset because I was enjoying it at first. You know, maybe you weren't, but I was. I was like, this could be good. I'm waiting for it.
You were being hopeful, is what you're saying.
No, I was
Oh.
genuinely enjoying it. I liked
Yikes.
it. I liked it in the beginning. I thought it was gonna be good.
Well,
And I
we
was fine,
should,
like, hell yeah. You know, like when parents in horror movies are like assholes, and then
Yeah.
the kids are like, no, I saw this, I saw that. And the parents are
You
like,
liked that it was
oh,
the opposite?
no. Yeah, like the parents are like, no. But then they're also experiencing weird stuff, but then they keep denying, like, oh, no, it's not, no, nothing. But this one, the dad was like being really supportive and be like, oh, yeah, you saw that? Okay, I saw that too. And they were like trying to fight for whatever the fuck it was that was going after them. But then it's like, it was, I don't know.
Still a bad movie.
Yeah, I feel like it was doing so good, and then it just ended up being a whole lot of nothing, and
So,
I'm
thanks,
disappointed.
Anthony Carrera,
Thanks, Anthony.
for showing us the worst movie ever. If you guys want to show us the worst movie ever too, you can do that on patreon.com/horrorsoup. I almost said horror movie. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, and that is where you could go to the pick a movie tier, and you could tell us to watch, I guess, bullshit like this.
I feel
'cause
so
God.
mean. I
No,
went
dude,
to
fuck this.
Hannah Baker was in this movie too.
Wait, what?
She looks like Hannah Baker.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual actress. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't think anyone was in this. Was she
Yeah,
like a
that's Hannah
side girl?
Baker.
Okay. There was no kills in this.
No.
Not a
Other
single
than
kill.
the suicide guy, but it doesn't count.
But we didn't see it happen. That
Yeah, it
happened what,
doesn't
like a
count.
month before the movie?
Yeah, it doesn't
Probably
count.
at least a few weeks before. At the least.
No, that's months.
I would, yeah, but I would. Well, he wasn't like too decayed, I guess, but
But
he
do
was
you see how
inside too.
abandoned that
Yeah.
fucking-
I feel like I would say at least a week.
Yeah.
The very least 3 days, and that's pushing it. That's fucking pushing. I'd
Which
say
is
a
so
week or
stupid
something.
because they made the fucking trailer and all that look like it's been abandoned for like years.
Oh yeah, it's fucking stupid, dude. So no kills, no boobs. Would you recommend this?
No.
What do you rate this?
I can't. There's like nothing.
It's nothing, right? It's a half a star.
No,
Like
there's
if
like
we have to
nothing
give
to
it, like okay, just because I go off of like Letterboxd ratings, basically, I gave this a half star. I guess technically you kind of can do 0 stars on Letterboxd, but I just never do. I just if I give you a half star, you're the worst you could be.
Yeah.
This is a terrible movie.
It's bad.
Is-
It's not good.
It's a terrible movie.
I
It's a
keep yawning and I'm sorry, but I'm just like
It's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't have a fuck, marry, kill prepared.
there
There
can't
really-
possibly be a fuck, marry, kill in this.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I have one.
Oh God, please make it appropriate.
You have the dad. I don't even know what to do to him though, because nothing happened. He didn't get mangled. He didn't get fucked up. He didn't even get stabbed or anything. Okay, you have the dad, and you have the dirt, and you have me.
What dirt?
Just the dirt. The dirt that the van was on.
I'd marry the dad.
Okay.
I'd fuck the dirt,
Fuck the dirt.
and I'd kill you.
Okay. It's good enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, that's just. I don't know what else to say about this. I really don't. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Me neither.
Yeah, so guys, that was this episode. That was from the Into the Dark series. That was They Come Knocking from 2019. Directed by some fucking dick named Adam. Some fucking Van Dyke
Adam.
assholes. This is probably a very curse-heavy, angry episode. Just no structure to this, just repeating the same things. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
angry. I'm
think.
just angry. This sucks. Anyway, guys, if
I repeat this shit so many times.
so obviously there is the pick a movie tier where you can make me pick something, but there is a new email now that is for Scream and for Horror Soup, and that is horrormovierequest@yahoo.com. So that isn't gonna that is not going to determine every movie that's covered, but when I'm looking for something to cover, I'm pretty much going to go to that and I'm going to tally up what is requested the most, and I'm going to try to start covering more things that are requested a lot by people. So if you want to request some movies that you want a chance at getting featured, go ahead and email horrormovierequests@yahoo.com. It's just how it sounds, horror movie requests. That's with an S, REQUESTS at yahoo.com. And of course, all the other things, you can check out a video version of this episode and most new episodes on YouTube by searching Horse Soup. There is the ability to pick the movies and bonus episodes and all the other stuff, early access on patreon.com/horsesoup, Instagram at Horse Soup, Twitter at Horse Soup Sucks, Letterboxd at Horse Soup Caleb, and check out my other podcasting hub, All Bulls Welcome, on YouTube, on all major streaming platforms, and then Scream, all that other good stuff. There's a lot of things. I know there's a lot of plugs, but here are all the plugs. And Maria, what do you want to plug?
My Instagram.
What is it?
Bloody Mary. BL. Wait, I don't remember it. Just
It's
cut
like
it out.
BLDMRYYY, some shit like that.
Is it that one? Okay,
I think it's that.
BLDYMRYY.
Yeah,
Maybe three Y's at the end.
I think that's it. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys
Peace
for
out,
this
guys.
angry episode.
Don't watch the movie.
Don't. Please. No.